What can Trump teach you about video marketing? Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. I want to reverse things back a little bit. Right now, as I'm recording this, we're dealing with the final 24 hours of the Trump presidency. Whether you love him, hate him, doesn't matter. You have to acknowledge that what we've just been through has been historical. I mean, just the fact that this guy was able to come out of nowhere, not complete nowhere, he was well known, but able to come out of outside of politics in general. He's been running for offices for years and years and years, but in general, coming outside of the general political realm and getting the nomination of one of the two major parties, and then succeeding into getting elected as President of the United States is a pretty amazing feat. Now, I bought this book. This is a book by Clint Arthur. And if you aren't familiar with Clint, he's a great guy for learning about how to become an authority, a celebrity entrepreneur, as he puts it. And all of his books are great. He's got a lot of great material out there. You can go and look him up, Clint Arthur. He wrote this book, and I bought this before Donald Trump was actually president. This is the 21 Performance Secrets of Donald Trump. And it's worth getting. It's worth taking a look at. And I wanted to point out number 2. Now, this has a lot to do with video marketing. It has a lot to do with a very specific area of video marketing, which is television marketing. So actual broadcast television, actual television that's out there, still being put mainly through TV's screens as opposed to just online, is still very useful. And it's something that Clint Arthur really promotes and tries to get people to go toward. And one of the things that he points to Trump's ascendancy into politics, and like I said, this was written before he was actually elected, but the fact that he's been able to get so much attention, there's a lot of examples in here about his campaign and how that propelled him forward. Like I said, you don't have to like Trump to understand the things that allowed him to jump into the spotlight. And one of the areas here is in the second chapter, all on energy, and how he was able to use energy, especially in his television performances, and how you can use the same thing, whether you're doing it on TV or we're talking video marketing, as we do a lot here, even if it's just online video marketing. There's three areas that Clint points to here, and I'm going to go through those real quick here with you. And he's got a whole chapter on it, but these 3 things I thought were pretty telling, and something that I think anybody can see about Donald Trump. They're simple concepts, but one of the things that he was pointing out, that Donald Trump was pointing out when he was running in the primary the first time, one of the people he ran against was Jeb Bush. And Jeb Bush was the previous governor of Florida, and he called him something like low energy Jeb, or low energy Jeb, I think is what he called him. But he kept pointing out that he was so low energy. And he was very subdued in how he handles himself on camera. It's very much his style. And Trump has always pushed the opposite, and not only pushed the opposite, but talked about how good it was to be high energy and how you need somebody in a higher office that has high energy. So how was he able to promote that? It's simple. These are simple concepts, okay, but they're powerful. The first thing that he talks about here, Clint says, the simplest way that Donald Trump uses energy and displays energy in his performance is by speaking louder than one would in a regular conversation. Now, when you're dealing with video, you have to go a little bit beyond, because you're not dealing, he discusses this in this chapter. He says you're not dealing with the actual person, you're dealing with a digital representation of you by the time it gets out there. So there's something is lost in the transference. It's not like being in a personal conversation with somebody. You have to be a little bit more animated. You have to be a little bit louder. And so loudness is the one thing that he says that really pushed Donald, one of the simplest things that pushed him forward. It's the first thing. The second thing is that he spoke faster. Is Donald Trump talks fast. Now, he doesn't always come out with the most coherent statements, but he moves so fast that people are able to move past whatever missteps he makes in his language and go on to the next thing. So he speaks very fast and very loud. The third thing he does is he uses his hands a lot. He has major hand gestures, and this is a huge thing that Clint Arthur is always promoting and training people on how to do, is how to use hand gestures while you're talking on video to get more attention. It's something I don't do a whole lot of, and it's something that every time I watch Clint and hear what he talks about, or if you see Donald Trump or anything, you'll notice lots of hand gestures. That gets people interested, excited, paying attention to what you're talking about. And so those are the three things that he says that raises his energy. This is according to Clint Arthur. 3 things that Donald Trump uses to be able to get more and more attention while on video. Now, you can find the other 20 secrets in this book by Clint Arthur. 21 Performance Secrets of Donald Trump. Good book. Like I said, you don't have to like Donald Trump to understand how he's able to communicate in the ways that he communicates better than a lot of other people. You should learn at least how that works and use what you can, pick and choose what you can use in your own business and so forth. This is a business channel. We talk about business ideas. That's some very simple strategies that you can incorporate into what you do. If you like 9 more strategies, go check out my book, 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. Amazon proofing is the concept of making yourself really bulletproof to all competitors, even if your competitor is Amazon.com. So I highly recommend you check out my book, and you can get your own free copy at AmazonProofBook.com. We will be back tomorrow. Come on back. We do this every night. But go check out AmazonProof.com. We'll be back tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.